So at the beginning of the film, we are shown a boy who was looking for his brother. He comes to a party looking for him, where everyone was having a lot of fun. At the same time, someone tells him that his brother is in the room upstairs. When the boy goes to the room upstairs, he sees that his brother was in a bad condition and he was talking weird things about his dad. Hearing this, the boy gets scared because his dad had died many years ago. Now he had brought his brother down. Then the boy's brother attacks him with a knife and then later he took his life. Seeing this, the people in the party were very scared. Now in the story, we see a 17-year-old girl Mia, who was with her relatives after her mother's death. At the same time, Mia's dad was also there. Seeing them, it seemed that Mia's relationship with her dad was not good at all. Then she gets a call from her friend Jade's brother, who was sitting on the footpath waiting for his sister Jade, but she did not come to take him. That's why she called Mia that her sister has forgotten to come to take him, so she left him at home. Mia had now reached there with her car. That Jade's brother, whose name is Riley, takes him. On the way, she drives the car in a lot of fun. Then on the way, a kangaroo comes and lies down in a wounded condition in front of their car. Mia takes her car to that kangaroo again and again, but stops her car. She didn't want to kill that kangaroo. That's why they both left that kangaroo there and went ahead. She now brings Riley to her house, where she also meets her friend Jade. Here it is shown that Mia's friend Jade was with one of her friends, who used to be Mia's friend too. But anyway, Mia doesn't care about these things now. She ignored this and loved Jade very much. Now while talking, Mia shows Jade a video, in which a girl had big black eyes. It was looking like a devil was captured on her. That's when her friend comes there. Tonight all of them had to go to their friend's party. They all reach there. Mia's friend tells everyone that we are going to play a game, whose name is Talk to Me. Talk to Me. Mia was ready to play this game. She is tied to a chair. Now her friend lights the candle kept on the table in front of her. The second friend puts a strange hand statue in front of Mia. Now these people tell her that you have to shake your hand with this hand and say talk to me. Then all the lights are turned off. When Mia does this, that statue shakes her hand with her hand. That's when she sees an old man sitting in front of her. Seeing this, she was very nervous and takes her hand away from that hand. But on the insistence of her friends, she starts this game again. She shakes her hand with that hand again and says I let you in. It means that if there was any bad power in this game, then Mia was allowing her to come inside. Now she sees her brother-in-law Riley in front of her and says he is standing behind you. He likes you. Hearing this, Riley was nervous because he was sitting in the middle of his friends. He thinks who could be behind him. Mia's eyes were black. She tells Riley to run away from here. At that time, the time of 90 seconds was over. Mia's friends separate her hand from that strange hand. The candle was also extinguished. Mia came to her senses. What happened to Mia? We will find out in the story. At night, Riley was not able to sleep thinking about Mia. He is very scared in the room alone. That's why he goes to his sister's brother-in-law's room. But she also refuses to let him sleep with her. That's why he lies down in the lounge near Lady Mia, who stayed at his house tonight. Mia tells Riley about her dream that always came to her. She says I see in my dream that I am standing in front of a glass but I can't see my reflection in it. Then they talk about the game. So Mia tells me how I felt at that time as if I was floating in the air. Now while listening to this, Riley goes to sleep. Mia takes her phone from her hand and puts it aside and waves her hand on her head with love. When she was doing this, we see her hand which seemed to be of some strange evil power. Mia still had that evil in her which came inside her during the game. Mia was possessed after playing that game. At night, all the friends were gathered at her brother-in-law's house. Brother-in-law's mother tells her children to stay away from alcohol and bad things. Saying this, she left the house. Now here Mia asks her friend about that hand that what is its story. He says I don't know much but yes, it is said about this hand that it was cut from a medium's body. Medium means those who can talk to ghostly souls. This was done so that humans remain connected to the world of souls. Means this hand is the way to the world of souls. Now here everyone plays the game with that hand one by one. And every time everyone was making videos of each other. Everyone was enjoying doing this. But Jade doesn't play this game even once. Here Riley also says to play this game, but Jade refuses and goes out. Now when Jade goes out, Mia allows Riley to play the game. Mia was possessed in the control of the devil. So whatever the devil was telling her to think or speak, she was doing that. Now when Riley starts that game and he holds her hand and says, "I let you in." Similarly, Mia's mother's soul enters her, who started talking to Mia. But by then the time was over which all the friends had given Riley to play the game. But Mia had felt her mother's soul. She was also hearing her voice. But then from the world of souls, the devil who likes Riley comes inside her. Means in the beginning of the story, Mia told Riley that he is standing behind you. Now that devil was inside Riley. Then Riley hits his head hard on the table. After a while, the police also came there and started inquiring about Riley. She was in a very bad condition. That's why she is taken to the hospital. After all this, when Mia reaches home at night, her dad tries to talk to her. But she went to her room and doesn't talk to her dad. Then after a while, she goes to the hospital where Riley was admitted. Now she knew that she had to go to the hospital and face Riley's family. Because he gave her permission to play the game. As soon as she reaches the hospital, this is what happens. As she had thought. Jade gets very angry at him. She says, "How dare you? My brother is in this condition because of you." Hearing this, Mia was very sad. And comes home with Jade's friend. But tonight she didn't want to stay alone at home. That's why Jade's friend tells her to stay at home. She was very tired of all these things. Mia comes home and lies on the bed. And was watching her mom's video. That's when she gets an eye. She sees her mom in her dream. When she died. As soon as her eyes open, she sees her nails are broken. And blood is coming out of them. Seeing this, she gets very scared. But this was also her dream. That's when she feels that there is someone else in her room. When she goes to Jade's friend to see the one who came home with her. She sees a demon who was sucking Jade's friend's feet. Mia was very scared to see this. She tries to wake him up again and again. She says, "Get up, see who is near you." But as soon as Jade's friend wakes up, in reality, it was Mia who was sucking his feet. Seeing this, he was very scared. And gets surprised too. There in the hospital, Jade and her mom were cleaning Riley in the bathroom. That's when Riley bites Jade's hand. And laughing loudly, hits his head on the wall again. The demon was making Mia realize again and again that Riley is in a lot of pain. So you set her free from her pain. Mia talks to all her friends about all this. Then she goes to the same boy whom we saw at the beginning of the story. Whose brother had also died. That boy tells her that that hand is a devil's hand. The way of the world of souls. I don't know anything more about it. That's why all Mia's friends, due to not being able to do anything, go their own ways. Now Mia, Jade and her friend, all three come back to the hospital. But maybe something was left incomplete in the game that day. That when Riley was playing that game, he hit his head on the table. That's why everything got stuck in it. And forgot to extinguish that candle. That's when the devil came into the real world. And now Riley is inside. They now give that devil's hand to Riley's hand. But nothing happens. Mia thinks that if Riley is not saying anything, then maybe he is dead. That's why she now joins her hand with that hand. And says, "Talk to me, Riley. I want to talk to Riley." That's when a little girl comes in front of her. Who was saying to her, "I let you in." That's when Mia went into the world of souls. She sees Riley there, who was badly controlled by the devil. Seeing this, she was very scared. And crying, she comes back to her world. Now she had come to her house, where her dad was waiting for her. As soon as Mia comes, they tell her her mom's letter, in which it was written, "My dear husband. Dear husband, today I am very happy. Today is a very good day for me. I hope you will also be very good. I am not in any pain now." Hearing this, Mia hugs her dad. That's when Mia hears her mom's soul's voice from afar. That your dad is lying, Mia. She was hearing this again and again. That your dad is lying. That's when the devil attacks her in the form of Mia's dad. Mia kills him with a scissor. But she had forgotten that her dad was actually in front of her. It was just an illusion of hers. That the devil is in front of her. Then she calls her friend Jade. And tells her that I am in a lot of pain. You come to my house. Jade now leaves Riley alone and goes to Mia's house. But what is this? Mia was in the hospital parking. Who was watching Jade on the way? This means that the devil was still inside Mia. Who deceitfully called Jade home. So that she can kill Riley from Mia. That's when Mia took Riley from the hospital on a wheelchair and brought her to the road. On the other hand, Jade was reaching Mia's house and calling her again and again. Now when Mia doesn't pick up her call. So she goes inside her house. And sees that Mia's dad is bleeding. Seeing this, Jade understood everything. She calls her mom and tells her about Mia. And now she reaches the hospital as soon as possible. So she sees that Mia was taking Riley on a wheelchair in the middle of the road. Mia was thinking in her heart whether she should kill Riley or not. As she had thought about the kangaroo, which we saw in the beginning of the story. That's when the devil comes in the form of Mia's mom, who was trying to kill Riley again and again. That's when Mia jumps instead of throwing Riley in front of the car. But Jade had saved her. Now she was in the hospital in an injured condition, where she sees herself in the mirror. So she can't see her reflection and becomes unconscious. Her bad dream had come true. She was trapped in the world of souls. She sees the light of the candle in the dark world of souls. When she goes to her, there is a hand on the candle. As soon as Mia holds that hand, she sees a boy, who says, "I let you in." Means now this hand was going to play a game with someone else. It was clear that Mia put her life in danger to save Riley. No one knows who had that hand. And with this, the story of this movie also ends here.